Hey everybody, welcome to my overview of the new Azure Lane Wave 5 commanders. We're going to go over all 5 commanders and see what they have to offer. A lot of times some of the commanders don't have any skills that are worth investing in. A lot of times there are commanders that are, well, you can't really miss out on them. They're that important. So we're going to go over all 5 and see what they offer. First up is Bismarck, which is a German battleship commander. Base trait is unwavering strength, which improves secondary battery reload time and its dispersion, and very similar to Haruna, but Haruna I think improves the range as well. So, all right, so a secondary build commander, this is going to be an inspiration that I think some people are going to want to use. Then here, this is a standard secondary build with Brawler, Porcupine. Looks like the unique skill is War Height, which improves the incoming damage from projectiles while secondary battery is aiming or shooting. So what this means is incoming damage to your battleship is going to be reduced while you're within secondary range and targeting or shooting your secondary guns at somebody. So I don't think the booster has to be active. I think this is just secondary battery aiming and shooting, but I believe it's when you're within range of secondary range of any ship, and then I believe all incoming damage is going to be reduced, not just the ship that you're targeting. So let me know in the comments down below if someone thinks that this is different than what I've just explained. Then we have Properly Meticulous for another secondary enhancement to the commander. Master Mechanic, which is helpful. A lot of people use that, as well as Reaching Out XXL. That's generally for the accuracy build, but this would compensate if you went with Brawler and you decrease the battleship main battery range. Here, this would improve the battery main battery range just a little bit, though. Probably not as much as what it's being reduced here. It can be up to 10% at the maximum legendary rank, or at the maximum rank here of 10. Wow. Okay. And then Will to Rebuild, Running with Scissors, and Fight Fire with Fire. Standard secondary build battleship commander. As far as I could tell, that inspiration is probably going to be something people are going to be looking for. And then we have Zara, which is an Italian cruiser commander. All right, and then the base trait is Audacious Challenger, which improves the cruiser main gun semi-armor piercing shell damage. So any ship that has main guns with semi-armor piercing shells, this could be an important inspiration for those people, or for those ships. And we have Burn It Down XXL, Beyond Range. This looks like the unique skill here, Audacious Intrepida. Damage from the cruiser main battery guns while firing them within 5 seconds after reload. So you will get an improvement of 8% if you fire off the main guns within 5 seconds after they have finished reloading. So that could be kind of a big deal right there. Sure, a lot of people will take advantage of that. And Velocious and Fortified, Steer Clear. So this is accuracy or agile build here, this last skill. So, all right. So, yeah, cruiser main gun, semi-armor piercing shell damage. And the interesting thing here is a lot of the Italian ships that have the secondary semi-armor piercing shells activated have a reduced reload time. So this will kind of quicken up that reload time that gets reduced when you activate the secondary shells. So that's very interesting. All right. I'm sure that's going to be a big hit. Soviet Rossiya. It is a Soviet battleship commander. Frozen Edge is the base trait, which improves the risk of catching fire and the battleship detectability. And not the one for Nuisance and Brawler. Crisscross, Dance with Death, torpedo launcher, and main secondary battery reload time per 1% HP lost, and main battery traverse speed per 1% HP lost are all improved right there. And then you have On Second Thought. So collective labor, damage control party duration is 10%, straight up 10% at legendary rank 2. Damage control charges is 1. Control party duration can go up to 20% though, in general. But here with Master Mechanic, you get some other options. The cooldown time is improved, HP recovered is improved, and you do get an extra charge. So that might outweigh the damage control party duration going up 20% here. In the end, then volunteer damage control party cooldown time is improved, and you get 1 damage control charge, and then the duration is cut by 50% at this legendary rank. If you max out this commander at legendary rank 3, that will be up to 20%. So the damage control party duration will be shortened by 20% instead of 50%. So it is an improvement as you rank up in legendary rank. And the unique skill here, you've got reaching out XXL, but the unique skill looks like Battle Cry, which improves the minimum ricochet angle of your battleship's armor-piercing shells, guaranteed ricochet angle of your battleship's armor-piercing shells, and it will also deal more damage with Citadel strikes. So again, another very interesting, unique skill that a lot of people may want to go for. And standard fight fire with fire, running with scissors, and will to rebuild. All right, so very interesting skills so far. Let's check out Cheshire. This is a British cruiser commander. Base trait is improves the cruiser main battery reload time and the incoming damage to your Citadel. So this is a lot like Tenant. For the skills, we have Piercer, which improves the armor-piercing and bomb penetration multiplier. Beyond range, which improves the cruiser main battery range. And Bounce Right Back. This kind of looks like the unique skill right here. Minimum ricochet angle for shells that hit your cruiser is worsened by 7%. So you might be able to deflect quite a few shells coming in if they don't meet those ricochet angles. And now it's worsened by 7%, which I think is pretty extreme. This might make some cruisers invulnerable. So this is very interesting right here. Again, another commander with a very interesting skill that I'm sure people are going to want to invest in, especially if they are cruiser mains. And punch right through, fixated, and steer clear. So this is a agile accuracy situation here. Refill station and fully packed. So they're kind of standard, but yeah, so the ricochet angle deal here, that is kind of a big deal, I'm going to say. Wow, okay. Then the last one is Colorado. This is American battleship commander. Base trait is focused assault. Battleship main battery reload time and main battery shell grouping are both improved. And that could go up to 3.5% when the commander is maxed out. And battleships always do have an issue with accuracy. So to help out the main battery shell grouping, be pretty interesting. And this might be an inspiration that people are going to want to possibly invest in for their other battleships. Flammable Cannoneer, not the one for nuisance. Flammable Cannoneer is the one I think a lot of people go for, along with gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, and a unique skill here. So you've got reaching out XXL, but the unique skill here, this is very interesting. Main battery reload after your first shot of the battle, and every following third shot is improved by 17% at legendary rank 2, but when you max out the commander, that goes up to 25%. So your reload time can be improved by 1/4 on every third salvo after the first shot of the battle. So that, again, is going to be a very interesting standard legendary skills. Will to rebuild, Farsight, and fight fire with fire. But this is going to be the big one right here, is courageous shelling. All right, and that is it for the overview of the 5 new Azure Lane Wave 5 commanders. As always, let me know what you think down below. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.